Yeah, please collect session number 7, 8 and 9 recorded link. I just now pasted in chat window. Yeah, good afternoon friends. Welcome back to the session. This is session number 10 for this batch, and this is my last session for this particular batch. Today I'm going to start with data validation techniques. There are two methods. One is manual method, data validation, as well as dynamic data validation techniques. Also, I'll let you know. And followed by how we can consolidate data. There is a manual data consolidation option, as well as automatic data consolidation is also available. So I will explain that too. And as well as I'm going to explain the macro recording steps, how to record, how we can enable macro recording options in Excel 2010 or 13 or 16. And even if time permits, there is an option, this small option, where we can install the application, like small Android based application, not Android exactly, that is actually office based application, that is from the office store, which is available here. So that is one thing. So let me start with data validation. And during my previous session, whenever we are using HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, then we have seen that there are certain things I used, how to validate the series of data in data validation techniques using least option. So usually whenever we have something in mind, so maybe if you want to have some data to be recorded, pre-recorded, for example, we have student ID, the class, the section, and the whether fee is paid or not. So this type of situation, or if you have any type of data label, there is no difference between this label and other labels. So ultimately you should know what you are going to record in data validation. Suppose you may be dealing with 1,000 students. Maybe you have a roll number of students or a student ID. Some cases people say student ID or student roll number, one and the same. So if you have some student roll number, say for example, your student roll number start from 1001, all right, 1001. So we can create the 1,000 student ID, pre-recorded ID, whenever we want to allot that, right? So student ID, student roll number, then class. What is the class? It belongs to first standard or second standard, whatever it is. We will just build a data, then slowly we can align one by one. So this is the roll number, this is the class, then the section, whether uh, is class A or class B or section A, B or C or D that we can have. And one more thing, I think one more is whether he has paid the fee or not. So that is what the condition. If it is paid, you can say yes. If not paid, you can say no. Fee paid or not paid, yes or no. Now, so these are the primary data we have. So usually, whenever we want to validate, so where you would like to validate, that is a question. So now, in student ID, so we are going to validate roll number. So locate your cursor, click on data ribbon. Even there is a data validation option. So here data validation, I think we have seen one or two times. So similarly, I'll just finish this in another 5 minutes, then I'll go back to dynamic validation. Then in this least option, so the data validation is the option from data ribbon, from there data validation, then data validation pop-up menu will appear. In that there is a first tab, setting tab, then input message, then the error report. So these are three options. Let me finish one by one. So setting, what you are going to prepare, I am going to prepare the list. So what is the list here? For that we need a source. So source is, my first source is student ID or a roll number. So I am going to provide student roll number. So that is what one thing is recorded now. So this is the first tab. Input message, show input message when cell is selected. Okay, cell is means whenever my cursor is here, if at all required, you can attach some pop-up message. So I can write that these are students roll number. Just an example, you can write anything. List of, these are all optional. If you want, you can add, otherwise you can just leave it. List of roll number. So this is the input message and this is the title of the message. So these are student roll number or list of roll numbers or numbers, whatever it is. You can write this. Now, next one, error alert. At present, show error alert whenever there is an error. Now, show error alert. So stop, warning, or information. So there are three categories. So all are the same thing. You can go with, for one data validation, you have to apply only any one. Say maximum case, we can say stop message. What is the stop message? Now you can say, suppose if I typing 1001 or if I am selecting any one of the ID, so you don't have any problem. Suppose if I type sometimes 2000, so it has to tell that you are entering wrong IDs because which is not there in this list. So if you write wrong or if you enter wrong roll number, what it will say? Wrong. You are wrong, or maybe error message. You have entered wrong roll number or wrong ID, whatever it is. So you can just write you have entered wrong roll number. Please select the correct one. So you can type anything here. So this is the title message. This is the message. Now input message. Input message is just whenever you take your cursor. So there is an input message. And when you take your tab here, so this is the error message. Now, so you have done. You have selected list. You have given a source as this is the roll number. Second tab is for pop-up message. The third is for error alert. So there are three components you have filled. Let me apply OK. Now, as soon as your cursor is here, right? So your cursor location is here. It says these are student roll number. So list of roll number. Now drop down menu. So there is a list of roll number. So from 1001 to 1010 is the roll number. As soon as you highlight, so those numbers are getting inserted automatically. Because here we can't type anything because this is pre-recorded and we can't make any error. Suppose if I type 2000, instead of selecting from the drop down list, if I type 2000, what happens? If I enter 2000, so this is what the third tab you inserted. You have entered wrong roll number. Please select the correct one. Say retry. So retry means again, see retry, right? Then you can say or cancel. It will go back to the number which was there in the earlier session. So that is 1005. So this is one thing. I think I'm getting one pop-up message here. Yes, Lavanya, please send the queries. If you delete any sheet from the workbook, no, Lavanya, that is not possible because it is possible. Say, for example, you deleted this sheet, okay? You deleted this sheet, and immediately if you save the file, then it's gone. You're not able to trace that. Suppose you deleted this and you close this file, then it will be remain in this sheet because you are not saved that option. So once you save that file, that means you are not able to trace in any way because last time also I thought of taking some additional research on this, but I couldn't succeed because there is no option at all. Once you delete means there is no option of temp. Sometimes we email deleted will be in some temp folder or maybe in the junk folder, but here there is no such possibilities. If at all they update anything, I'll definitely let you know through the website. Okay. As soon as you delete, then you save this, that means your file is gone forever. Now, coming back to the validation. So this is how we can validate. Now, one cell is validated, same thing can be replicated to remaining cells. How to replicate? There is a drag button. So you can just simply drag the button, so the replicated item will be replicated. And whenever a student is coming to you, you can ask what is the roll number. So he says that my roll number is 1001. So you highlight that. Then you can continue with whether he belongs to class 1 or class section, whatever section. So similarly, uh, the next component again, data validation, then the list, then the sources this time, which class. So that is class 1 to class 10. That I'm going to record. Then remaining things, I think I'll leave it to you. You can practice later. Then click OK. So this is class is ready. Similarly, data validation, list. This time I'm going to have section, whether it is section A, B, or C, or D. So that section. The final one, I'm doing it for source, yes or no. There are two things. So if at all in future, if you want to add any additional the menus. So for example, as of now, yes and no is there, or sometimes we can say that half payment done. That also we can add. As of now, this is visible only. I'm going with these two. In future, as of now, it only shows yes or no. In future, if you want to say one installment paid, right? Suppose if you get this type of message in future, maybe sometimes because of financial difficulties, maybe he paid half of it, maybe one installment paid. So for that, now we are not getting anything, that option which we have added. So what we can do is again go back to data validation. So here source, instead of K3, I'm just adding that as K4. So I'm just making K4. So it will come to fourth row. So K4 is also part of it now. So one installment paid, that option is also activated. That can be done. Now we are ready with student ID. Then he tells my class is 1 or class is 10 or a 7. Then section I belongs to C section. Then he has paid the fee or not paid the fee, or one installment paid. That message can be accommodated. So if you have pre-recorded data, then you don't have to show this data. You can say hide it. If at all you delete those data, that means you are not able to get anything in the drop down list. So that's what you have to carefully have to handle this data. So that is under hide mode. It is hidden. All the columns are hidden now, but data are coming from those cells only. If you delete there, say for example, if I say unhide column, I'll just go back to format, say unhide column. So these are the columns. Suppose any one item I'll show you. If I delete this thing here, this is my source content. If I delete this, and when you go back and check that, now all are empty now. See, because the three cell data you have deleted. So drop down menu is there, but without data, because we have deleted the source. So this is how you have to take care. Otherwise, people think that so we have once we record, it will be there forever, thinking that you don't have to delete this. If you delete means you are finished. So this data is not there. Okay. And even sometimes people what they do is, if they don't want to hide this thing, so they will create one separate Excel sheet, like for example sheet number 1 or whatever it is. Then they will take the data from that additional sheet, and that sheet they put it under hide modes. Then there is no question of deleting of rows or column. So that one step you can take. So this is the normal manual method to validate data. So like that, in data validation, I will show you there are certain options are there. Data, what and all we can integrate data validation. So this we have seen list. Okay. Now any value means you can value, because always it is under any value. Anybody can enter anything. Anybody can have like a text, a character, or symbol, or a numerical values, or add whatever it is. So that we can add here. That is any value. You don't have to validate that the any value combination. Then you have whole number. Okay, whole number. Whole number is again The comparison operator we have learned in session number 2. So again, between, not between, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than or equal to. So all options are same. Now for example, if you go with the 2 values, or if I can go with equal to 1 value, equal to. So validate the value equal to 1 value. We are able to insert only 1 value, so that is equal value, or not between, then 2 combination, or between, again 2 combination. So we are going to validate data. Minimum is 5, maximum is, I'm just telling example, you can add any type of data. Say minimum is 5, number 5 I'm talking about. So then maximum is, if you say 50. 5 to 50, validate the data, that is whole number between 5 to 15 is valid. If you enter 4 or if you enter 51, not valid. So we are restricting the data validation with the whole number. Again, these two are same. Input message and the error alerts are same. Then I'll show you now 5 and 50. Remember, I'm entered 5 and 50. So if I add 5, it is going to take. If I add 6, it is going to take. If I add 50, it is going to take. If I add 51, it says the value entered is not valid, because you have user restricted values that can be entered into this cell. What we requested? 5 to 50 only, neither 4, neither 51. That is not possible. Or if you say 50.5, that is also not possible. Okay. Or if I say 49.5, that is also not possible. Whole number, remember, we are talking about whole number, not the decimal number. Whole number is integer value number. So this is one thing. This is actually validating whole number. Now, decimal number, whole number and the decimal number. If it is a whole number, then you have to provide this between this. Say for example, 25.5 or maybe 5.0 to 50.50. Just an example, 5.00 to 50.00. See, decimal values. When I say integer value, in this case, what I have taken? Whole number. So it was taken. Now here, in the whole number, decimal value cannot be used for whole number. So even though if you select 5.00 or 50.50, it is not going to consider. That's what I wanted to take example. Whole number. Whole number means this is a whole number, not this number. So for that, what we can do, I'll just go back to decimal value. Decimal value, what is the consideration decimal value? 5.00 to 50.55. Remember, 5, or maybe I'll take a smaller number, 1.110. Sometimes we have to restrict somewhere, 1.110 to 2.25 value. Remember, 110, 325. So if I add 1.90, see, okay, it's consider 1.10 consider, okay, or 1.01 not consider, because less than that, less than value, or 6.9 not consider. Why not consider? We have used within 1.1 to 3.25. That's what the integer value as well as decimal value. So we have to go with this option. Now next one is least. Anyway we have done date. Again, date between, not between, between, that is again option. Less than, end date, less than date, whichever is less than, that we can add, or greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or between. You can say date between 01/11/2016 to 27/11/2016. So that's what start date and the end date, 1/11/2016, 27/11/2016. So if I add 25/10/2016, not consider, because in 1st November to 27th November I provided. So that date combination is also available in data validation here. Date combination. Then one more example. time is there. Similar to date, you can also type time. So time is again the format wise. If format means right click and say format. So you want 12-hour cycle or 24-hour cycle, that can be adjusted. But time, say first 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. or morning 5 a.m. to afternoon 12 p.m. So that we can add here time option. So here I can say start time 10:10, end time 14:20. Example. So 10:10 to 14:20. So 14 is 2 o'clock. If I type 15, 15:30, not consider because that's what we are given 14:20. 14:20. That is consider. So 14:20 is what? 220. So that is what we have provided the maximum value 1420. If I add 1, if I add 1421, not consider because we have restricted that many time only. So we have what are the things we have seen? Whole number, decimal number, anyway least you have seen above. Then this is time, and again one more, I think one more is available, text length. So text length means you can restrict text length. How many? Minimum is how many? Say for example car. If you type car 3, maximum you type maximum say 15 character. Minimum 3, maximum 15 character. So car, I'm typing car, or you can say Manipal, or if I say Manipal global, consider because character count how many, because we are given a 15 is the maximum, right? 15 is the maximum. You can count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. So if you add one more, so you it was not considered. For example, Manipal global education, not considered because it is more than 15 character. So if I type only AB, not considered because minimum is 3. So I'm typing car, accepted. So that is 3 character. So 3 to 15 anything is accepted. So we can define the text length also. Text length from this to this. Then the custom. Custom means you have something like the normal, if not 3. So anything we can say custom. I think yeah, now it is not going to work here. So I'll show you that something in different way. Custom is something different where the formula we are going to enter, formula or is equal to, say for example, I'll just see. Maybe I have one more example. Sum of, okay. Fine. So I'll have one more example. I'll bring that. So maybe in that only I can explain. So as of now, this is, I hope this is clear. The custom in data option. So how much you learned in this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This anyway I'm going to explain now. So these are the options I think you can practice. So these all option comes under data validation. So as of now we are seeing only manual data validation, not the integrated one or a connected one. Now what is connected one? So hope this is the base for your data data dynamics or data validation. Now I'll just move to, this is actually the practice sheet. So this is where one more example, again data validation only, but I'll tell you something, the integrated one. Yeah, I'll just show you the data, then we will do one by one. So as of now that is not required. Yeah, now there is something like car types. So we are dealing with car type. Then in the car type, there is a Indian and Japanese. And second data, the same thing. If it is an Indian car type, okay, let me show you this one by one. So if I say car type, so in that as of now I am having two categories of types, Indian and Japanese. So if it is Indian, what are the car types? I've taken very minimal. I know that there are more types are there, car types, so I've taken minimal. So Maruti, Tata, Mahindra. If it is a Japanese, same thing, and even the color combination. You don't have to provide color. That's for your understanding. I just given a color. I usually not required color. Now, so Indian is list, Japanese is the three list, Toyota, Honda, Nissan. Now, if it is Maruti versions. There are so many versions, but I've taken only three. So Omni, Maruti 800 and Zipsi. So, and if it is Tata, so there is a list. If it is Mahindra, so like that for three Japanese cars, there is a list. Toyota, Honda and Nissan. Now, what we are going to make here? That is your question maybe. Now, earlier example, what we are seeing, as soon as I highlight roll number, okay, as soon as I highlight roll number, I was not getting anything interconnected as class or section or a P fade or not. That is not interconnected. But here, the same example, but some industry is different. Now it's automobile industry. Now, as soon as I select one cell segment, so automatically segment 2, 3 and 4 should change. Linked, interlinked. Now, how to data validate now? So first thing is, before we do straight away data validation, you have to make one adjustment. Remember, so you have to provide a name for all the category. How to assign name? So I hope you remember we worked on name manager in initial stage. Name manager, when we provide a name for various Excel cells in a name box. So similarly, first category is car type. Varun, I'm not sure why you are not getting audio. Guys, there's a problem with you also. Can you please confirm? There is one Mr. Arun is telling that he's not getting my audio. So this is the case with others also. Please let me know. Lavanya, guys, please confirm. Okay, so okay, fine. So others are getting clearly. Please check. Varun, I think you have to check your audio headphones, maybe relog in. Now, anyway, I'm coming back to the topic. First thing is you have to provide or assign the name, embedded name for all the types. For that, first step, listen carefully. I know this is little bit confusing. First, this is normal, the sheet where there is no data at all. As of now, it's empty, all are empty. First step, highlight car type, Indian and Japanese. Okay, so you have highlighted the three cells. Now, go to formula. There is something like create name from the selection, or you can also go to the name manager. So this is shortcut. So once you highlight all the three cells, highlighted means selected all the three cells. First step, three cells are highlighted. Now create the list from or name from the selection. So this is the name manager. I'm going to say create selection. The first list I am going to prepare. So create a names from the value in top row. So what do you mean by this? So there is a there is two car types. That is what the car type is equal to Indian and Japanese. So we are assigning this particular name to carry these two entries. Okay. Whenever I select car type, I will get the list Indian and Japanese. That's what we embedded these two into this name. Now, how I'm going to apply this name for these two categories? That is what already automatically ticked here. Create the names from the value in the top row. So car type is equal to these two entries. So top row is my name for these categories. So you don't have to type anything here. So top row and click OK. Now what happened? You just assigned a name for these two types. Where we can verify this? I can check here and verify? No. Where I can verify? Again, go back to name manager and you will see this here. Don't worry about the other things. These are some other file. So here see, car type is equal to Indian and Japanese. And you can also edit and check what exactly available inside the table. So car type, we have assigned that name as a car type, and car type is refers to F3 and F4. What is F3? F3 is Indian, F is column F and 3 is row. F3 is Indian, F4 is Japanese. So F3 and F4, car type equivalent to F3 and F4. Simple. You don't have to do it manually. Just highlight and click on create name from the selection. So car type is generated. Now I'm going to validate this data. We have already recorded name, but we are validating the data with the same procedure. Data validation list only, again because this is only list, Indian or Japanese is a list, is equal to what I'm going to type here. I am not going to record this. I'm going to say source is equal to car type. We know that car type is equivalent to these two entries. So is equal to car, CARTYPE, car type. Whether it is capital C or small c, doesn't matter. I'm just typing CARTYPE, car type. Remember, list is equal to car type. You can type here straight away, car type. Then click OK. Now, car type is Indian or Japanese. So first list is ready. What we have done first? We have highlighted this. Just go to formula, clicked from this. So it has taken this name, that is from this name is assigned for this two. I just clicked OK. Then I'll just come back, go to data, validation, list is equal to car type, list. Selection category is list is equal to car type. So we have a list here. Now second step, because now this type 1 is ready, category 2, or you can say category 2 or car type or Indian car types or a segment. You can just write it as a segment, Indian segment, or just giving it this label as segment, nothing else. Now again you highlight this both the column, H column, I column, that is altogether four rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, here 1, 2, 3, 4. So highlighted these two, then again the same procedure, formula, create from the list. Again it will ask you, so create from the list means, so Indian is equal to these many cars, Japanese is equal to these many cars. So you remove this, left nothing is there, left is not required, left name is not required. So top row is the name allocated for these three cells. So top row for this also. Now click OK. So second list is ready. Again we are going to validate in this particular cell. How to validate now? Earlier we just said that data validation is equal to car type. Now how we can provide two entries are there, Indian entry and Japanese entry. I can't say H2 or Indian comma Japanese. I can't say that. Here what we have done in validation, remember in this list we have done is equal to car type. So only one column, the two entries were there. So that was easy. Now for this segment 2, whenever I highlight or I'm going to highlight Indian, I should get Indian car type. So 3 entries should come here. Whenever I highlight Japanese, the 3 entries should come. So my data is there in 2 different columns. How you are going to segment those two columns into one cell. That is the difficulty. Now, for this, so for example, I'm telling this actually. Say data validation. My cell is here. Again, I'm going to highlight the same thing, list only. But instead of telling is equal to car type, that time we did car type. But this time I have to say Indian. Or only if I say Indian, it is going to work out? Definitely not. Now, I'll use one formula. That is what that last category formula, custom formula. Okay, custom category. What we said, custom in list itself. So custom category, this category. So here, instead of that using that, I need a list again, but I'm using formula in direct. Indirect formula is equal to indirect into bracket what? Shall I type Indian, comma Japanese, or shall I type only Indian? So that is the question. Now we can't type that Indian comma Japanese because there are two columns, Indian and Japanese. I can't type that Indian comma Japanese, not possible. So indirectly to A2. I'm just using simple shortcut A2, indirectly to A2. Why A2? I know that in any point of time, so Indian or Japanese will arise here. So whenever India is selected here, so this list, show me this list. Whenever Japanese highlighted here, show me this list. So I'm attaching this indirectly to this particular cell, indirect to A2. Now remember, India is already highlighted, and as soon as I apply this, I should get the list of Indian. So indirect A2, click OK. Now see, now knowingly, see, Indian car types are ready now. So because India is already highlighted. Now suppose if I highlight Japanese, so immediately I have a list for Japanese car type. So Japanese and Indian. Oh sorry, Japanese car segments. Japan, Nissan, Honda, Toyota. So the two categories are tagged now automatically. When I say Indian, so I will get only Indian car types. So Indian Maruti car types. So like that, the third category, because for each car there will be a Maruti, again Momini or sub-segments are there. Now, what is the next one? You can also highlight all together. Okay, so you can highlight all the cells, all the columns. How many columns? These three and these three, because 3 and 3, 6 are there. So then coloring also are given. So now this time third case, third step, highlight all the column, then go to formula, create from the list. So again, this you remove because Maruti equal to this, Tata equal to this, Mahindra equal. Because we know that in second category, as soon as highlight Maruti, so this list has to visible here. So create a name from the top row. Click OK. Now data validation is equal to same formula. Indirect. This time what? Earlier I given indirect to A2. This time indirect to B2. So B2 is my keyword here. Earlier, here what I given? A2. Here I am giving B2. So like that, interconnected in a backstage, interconnected, back steps, so interconnected. So indirect to B2. Now click OK. See, already India is highlighted, Maruti is highlighted. Now I should get the list of Omni or Maruti 800 or Gypsy. That is what the interlinked category. So we know that once we are into one category, what are the subcategories which should be highlighted automatically. So this is dynamic. So if it is Tata, India is highlighted in any order, so data is going to affect. So Tata, that means Tata Safari or a Bolt or a Nano, that is going to come. And even Japanese, so I have Honda, if it is Honda, Accord. So we are now very much guided. We are in one order, so we are not going to make any mistakes. So because all are interconnected. Now one more category, category 4, that is for your assignment. That is your assignment. So if it is, I have taken only one segment, not all the segment. If it is Corolla, or if it is Innova, if it is Fortune. So Corolla, Innova, Fortune, then City, Accord and Amaze. So here I would have add some more because it will take another 20 or it's already 9 now. So it is 3, 3, 3, 9. So another 3, 3, 9. So 18 column. So you can also have that later stage while practicing. Now again, I'm going to make list for this. So I'm going to highlight 3 plus 3 plus 3. So there are 9 columns. Again, option is formula. Create from the list and the top row. Names from the top row. So that is what top row. Now again, go back. Data. Validation. Again, indirectly to same formula you are going to connect. Indirect to C2. So accord is there already. So accord means accord version 1, version 2, version 3. So here version 1, version 2 and version 3, which is already available. So there is no way you are going to make a mistake because we have only those lists and we are going to select that. So this is what the difference between normal data validation and dynamic data validation. So I think you can practice this. Very simple. First you assign name, car type. Second you assign name for this. Third you assign name for everything. You can also do one by one. So that will take so much time and then multiple times you have to type that indirect formula. So better align the data, then apply formula, then you will get the result. So once this is ready, you can drag this dynamic entry wherever you want. So whenever you want to change Indian or you want to change city or right, so you'll be guided properly. So left to right line will be guided. So this is 4, 4. Correct. Next one is data consolidation. I think this consolidation I have it in different sheet. I'll just open data consolidation. Now remember, data consolidation is pertaining to uh, consolidating data from various sheet or within the sheet, and that can be tagged to some count or average or below average or above average calculation. Now in this case, uh, district 1 we have items, right? District 1 we have an item. Then quarter 1, 2, 3, 4 there is an entry for these items. Coffee 10,000, quarter 2, 3, 4, 8, 6, quarter 3, 5, 9, 0, 4. So these are the entries for district 1 for quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the district 2? Again we have coffee and milk. In earlier case, coffee, tea, milk. Next district only 2 items, coffee and milk, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 quarter is there. Then district 3. So only quarter 1, 2, 3 data and coffee, tea, milk is there. So the 3 product is there. Now one column less here because earlier till 5th column, I column, but 4th row is not there. And here in the first case, both are there. 5 column, 4 row. Next sheet, 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 and 5 columns. Next sheet, 4 column, 4 rows. Okay, so that's what the data is available. Now I'm going to create a new sheet, one blank new sheet for. It is not that you have always need a new sheet. You can also start consolidation in any one of the cell. So it will be too congested. So I'm just taking sheet new sheet. Now wherever your cursor is located, from there itself your consolidation starts. So maybe here or here. Hope this is visible clearly. So first cell, data, consolidate is the option. Now in that you are going to consolidate the data. Fine. Which one you are going to apply? The function. These are the ready-made functions. Sum, count, average, maximum, product. So these are the ready-made functions. Suppose if I take sum now for a while, references. So it is asking for data references. What are the data references? So there are 3 districts where the data is available. So reference data. I'll just locate my cursor here. I'm just moving to district 1 and A1 to E4. A1 to E4 is highlighted. So first reference data is ready. That's what highlighted here. A1 to E4. Then add that. So these entries are added into consolidate menu. Now again, delete this district 2 data. So this is district 1. This is from this sheet. This is from district 2 sheet. Then the function is only one because we can't have this multiple functions. So only one function. Now sum is there and formula is ready. Then apply. Sorry, I think I have to make one more. This one I think I have just applied it in a hurry. So consolidate. Maybe I'll just delete this. Delete this. First reference. Once again, you can go through once again. Sum. First reference is this. Add that. Then second reference is district 2. Add that. And third reference is district 3. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm adding that 1 district 1 data, district 2 data, district 3 data. See 1, 2, 3. Both 3 are there. All 3 are there. Now you click on and even labels. If you want label top row left column, so that label option also you can eliminate labels. Click OK. Now, sorry. Left column because there are 2 labels from the top and the left also column. So labels are the top row and the left column. Then click OK. So coffee, tea, milk, quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will take maximum column which is available, like here 1, 2, 3, 4, and here 5 column, and here somewhere 5 column itself. So that will take into consideration. Based on that, your data is ready. You can check here, your data is ready. Some data is ready. How you got this quarter 1, 34,037? So quarter 1 in all the districts for a copy. So quarter 1, see 10,000. Next one is 15,000. Third one is 9,037. So 10 plus 15, 25. 25 plus 9,037. So 25 plus 5, 34,000. So 37. So 34,037 is the result. So this is what the sum function. We have done the sum based on all the quarter for all the product. Now once this is ready, in every one below the other, you can just generate data and consolidate. So we can have average of all the month. What is the maximum average? So this reference is already ready with you from 3 districts. So that is ready. So this time you want average. So highlight the average, then apply. So average also that. For 3 months, average is this one. And again, maximum value, maximum, or a count. That is also simple. So maximum value in all the districts. So quarter 1, here 9, here 15, here 10. So what is the highest now? Maximum is 15,000 in the quarter 1. So this is what you are going to consolidate data. So once it is ready, so this is sum. So this is maximum. So like that you can have data consolidation. You just need to change the formula. So you want average, you can go with the average. So reference is ready, your data is ready immediately. So like that you can apply for consolidate even any numbers, product or any numbers. Right? So maybe in 5 minutes you have consolidated sum, average, count. So that's done here. So whenever you want to have more consolidation, so product. So this product of all the product means how you got this figure. Product means this into this into this. So you have that figure. So that's how the product figure comes out. Product, I hope you remember. I think session number 3, 3 into 3 into 3 or 3 into 4 into 6 or 7. So that is what the data consolidation. Anyway, I'm going to share the same sheet with you. And one more is there in data consolidation. So here what we have seen is total of this or average of this sheet or this sheet. But sometimes people say this copy district 1, 2, 3 total. I don't want a total. I want or we want the multiple entries from these sheets. So coffee 1 and coffee 2 and coffee 3. So 3 copies should become as a consolidated. 3 different entries. Now here what is happening? Consolidated entries are coming. For all the 3 district copies, quarter 1 is this, quarter 2 is this, quarter 3 is this, and total of that quarter 4. So like that we are getting data. But some cases people say, I want this coffee or a milk or a tea is entered many times. Many times means there, if at all is there available. So coffee is there. So this row is to available, and next district copy is there. This row should be available, and district 3 again copy is there. This row should be available. So they want multiple entries in consolidation. So that is also one more challenge. For that, we have something like data consolidation using second method. Same thing, data is same, 1, district 1, 2 and 3, data is same, but there is something like macro programming or the programming VB programming language. So district 1, remember these entries, district 2, remember these entries, and district 3, remember these entries. So all together these 3 rows, another these 2 rows, and these 3 rows, 6 and 2. So 8 rows and 5 column, because maximum is 5 column, 1 2 3 4 5. Here 1 2 3 4 5, and here is 5, and here is only 4 column A B C D. So with that we can have a consolidation. Now how to consolidate? Now for that consolidation, so developer macro. So there is already pre-recorded formula for consolidation. Combine is the option. I'll just show you the edit. See this. This is what the VB programming for consolidating manually, not for any sum or count or average. For the entries, data which is entered in multiple sheets, it has to come in one sheet, reprinted in one sheet. So here this is what the formula. We can get it from Google. Otherwise, anyway, I'm going to share this file. So as soon as I click on macro and combine, remember as of now I have only 3 sheets, one district 1 2 3. So as soon as I click on combine and say run, so there is one sheet generated which is combine. Name started with combine. and combine, as I said earlier, 3, 3 and 2. So 3, 3, 6 and 2, 10 columns. See here, this 3 and this is 2, 5 and this is 3. So 5, 7 and 3. So consolidation, we have copy entry as it is entry, copy entry, consolidated. District 1, say 21283486. So this entry is available straight away. So there is no question of sum or average or this thing. How many entries are there? So those many entries are reflected. Copy 1, copy 2, copy 3. So in order, district 1, district 2, district 3 order. So accordingly, data is going to align. So this is data consolidation. Second method, not for calculation, to get the consolidated entries. So this is what option. So anyway, I saved this consolidated example in Excel sheet itself. I will share before you conclude the session. Okay. So this consolidation will get you result. So sum, average, this consolidation. I'm just closing this. If at all you have any doubt, you just go to consolidation. So this entry should be there. Just cross check what we have done. So then what function we have applied, then how we applied this. That you can go through it. I'm just closing these windows now. Next thing is application, apps or application. As everybody knows that in every handset, mobile phone or maybe in tablet PC or maybe Windows PC or Mac PC. So people are thinking of adding application. So in Excel also there are certain applications. So app stores are available. So for that internet is required. So app store. So I click on app store or store. So we have a list of application. Few applications are for paid version, a few are for trial version. So it will take some time. It is again connected to internet only. Yeah. Now there is a category for application. So starting with all categories, CRM, right, or data analytics, visualization. There are various categories are available. For every category, there are certain templates, or even though you can use that. Now, see E2D3, create dynamic and interactive graph on Excel. So these are the additional application. So you can do that, or Power BI tiles, or GigWrap, or bubble chart. And you have to see this. There is a price $3.39, $2.29, or something is not written anything because it is free of cost. Right? So these are the various templates are available. So education or financial, project management or sales marketing. So all options are available, or you can just click on all. That means you will get a list of all the application in one list. See, list of application in one list. Big Map or Office QR. So these are the list of application, or maybe Text Master or Excel training. Suppose if you want to have a training, so there is also application. I'll show you. Maybe after the session also, if you need any help, So you can also click on this app, Excel Training and Tips. You click on this and it will ask you, and sometimes you have to pay this, otherwise you first check here if at all payment is required. So in this case payment is not required. Then just click on add. Now it will take some time because it has to install inside the, yeah, now you can check. So app is ready, one app is ready, and which is inside your Excel interface only. Now the same app is available, see, or see all. So these are the app which I installed on my system. Excel Training, this is what we have installed now, just now. So Excel Training is what available. Now getting started. Say for example, if you want to learn something on a ribbon, so immediately click on the ribbon. So there will be a lesson, there will be a quiz. So this you can check one by one. So topic, what is the topic, when to use, how to use, that instruction is available. What is the ribbon, what is the dialog box launcher. So all short, they actually this particular learning, they say app based micro learning, micro, very short topic with a short video and quiz. So there is a lesson. So immediately you have the pop-up screen where you can learn some videos. It is getting loaded because already I'm transmitting my video here, my application, my WebEx session. So it will take some time. Otherwise, as a pop-up screen, it will come here video. So it is getting loaded, I believe. Right. So here, this is where you can install any app. Then even App Store, I can show you something else. Or maybe I can show you with Bing Map. Yeah, this is actually one more app, and it is asking for insert sample data because I have not selected any data and using this app. So we can go with insert sample data. I hope this is visible now. Yeah. Now, yeah. So this is the data where, hope this is visible, guys. If you want possible, you can just confirm because I know sometimes it is not telecasted, the screen which I'm talking about. Yeah. Now, state, revenue and expenditure. Now you can check in this case. There is a plus minus zoom in, zoom out. So there is the option zoom in. Then as of now, yeah, these data pertaining to this area, and even whenever you highlight this, say you close this, or you can click on Berlin, you can say revenue 85, expense 55, see Berlin 85 and 55. As of now we don't have any our country, so India, if I take India or something like that, so here there is no entry. So how to we can tag the data on country or location. So suppose I'll take one of the example from this. Suppose if I type India, I'll just type India, and you can say revenue is 100, 100, and expense is 200. Example. Now you can check. So on India, earlier it was not there. Once you insert the app, your system is very slow. So that's what I'm struggling now. So you can check. So India. So you have added India 100 and 200. So that data is applicable. So revenue 100, expenses 200. So that's what we can add more and more location, revenue and expense data that will be or that can be tagged on geographical map. So this is what the geographical map. That's what is entered. Now even the options are there like bird's eye view. So this is the road view. So bird's eye view option is also there. Then if you want circle, so circle is a pie chart. This is pie chart or this is a pie chart design. If you want circle, you can go with the circle. Then show legends. Legends are here. Legends means the color combination. Blue and red color combination. This is blue. Blue is for what? Blue is for revenue. Red is for expense. So that also we can change. So revenue, say yellow. Then red we can change that to see revenue is yellow. Expense, see red. Change. Then we can close this. So based on that, yellow, and even in legends also you can see revenue H, expense are red. That can be implemented. So this is just a sample data I have taken. So you can also have more and more data and select that. Then click on option. Then you can insert. So this is one of the app which is available in Excel 2010 onwards, 10, 13 and 16. So insert, these are the apps. So like that you can install. Bing map is there, people graphs are there, so you can install. Yeah, next one is how to record the macro. That is one topic left over now. And even one more, remove duplicates. Yeah, let me complete first macro, then we can go to remove duplicates. Now one more option in developer. First, how to record a macro and how to access macro which is recorded and how to assign keyboard shortcut to the macro. So these are the steps involved. Now first you have to create Excel workbook. Once you create Excel workbook, you save that into Excel file as macro enabled. Say for example you are saying any location, maybe desktop or any drive. So you have to save your Excel workbook as Excel macro enabled workbook, not the first option. So you have to save this into this option, Excel macro enabled workbook, second option. So that's what I have created now. That file is already created with Excel macro enabled one. So that's what this icon is visible. Just remember, these are the normal Excel file. You can check the logo, and this is macro enabled Excel file or Excel file, workbook file. So icon is different. This icon and this icon is different. So this is normal workbook. This is macro enabled workbook. That's what the file I'm accessing now. Macro Manipal is the file which I'm exploring. Now, once you create that macro enable, then only macro recording is going to work. Otherwise, every time you have to save this. Every time you work, you have to save this. Then you have to work on a macro. Now, sometimes this developer tab will not be there in your system. I hope you know that in the first session, we have customized this. So more commands, and in that we have customized ribbon option. See, if it is activated here, Excel operations or option in customize ribbon, if this is not activated here, so you are not going to see that developer tab. Maximum case people will not have the developer tab, so nothing to worry. You just click on this icon, otherwise go to file, option, then customize ribbon. Ribbon means what? Ribbon is home, insert, page layout, so these are the ribbons. So click on customize ribbon, and even I explained in maybe second session or first session how to customize this entire menu. So here we have not activated a developer tool, so activate that, check developer tool, then apply OK. So now developer tool is ready. Now in developer tool there are three options. One is usual basic, macro and record macro. Now usual basic is the as soon as we are into at present into macro Manipal Excel workbook. So this is what we are working with. So this is what the background data visible. So this is my file name, and these are the sheet, Excel sheet which I have in my Excel sheet, and we are going to record the macro in the modules, because you know that Excel is supported with VB scripting, VB programming. Even though you don't know VB programming, don't worry, you can just do the process, then it gets recorded automatically. Now this is at the back end. We'll see this data available here, because as of now we are not recorded, so nothing is here. So just close this. So this is where the macro, whenever you record, at present there is no recorded macro, it's an empty sheet, so you are not finding anything. So that's what we are going to search. Then record macro. So this is the first step towards recording macro. Now you have to provide a name for macro. What you are going to provide? Suppose you are going to create a list of name or names. I can say list of names. Remember one thing, we cannot give name like this. See, list space of names or list of names. So we cannot give this. If I say list of name and click OK, it says name that you entered is not valid. Because we are providing the space. So you can say names, just simple names or list of names continuously. Or maybe if I type hyphen and details, or name hyphen list, if I provide this without space, again it is not going to consider. So provide only names or a list, right? So I provided one name, list or a names. Then what is the shortcut key? To run this macro, whether you want any shortcut key. So if at all you require shortcut key, so you can click on shortcut key. So usually remember, if I type name, that means people think that control N. If I type or if I use control N, suppose names, right? We are going to provide a name there. Suppose if I type only name N, so it may affect existing keyboard shortcut which is there in the Excel. I am not sure whether control N is there or not. We can't take that risk because that is going to eliminate with this one. So usually what we do, control plus is there. So before we type anything in this box, so I'll just press my shift key. I'm just hold my shift key and I'm typing N. So control was there. So I just hold my shift key. So control shift N. Now nowhere this control shift is N is there. So it's not going to affect you in any way. So control shift N, or maybe I'll show you shift alt N. Not possible. Control shift N. So this is possible. So control shift N is the keyboard shortcut for the macro you are going to record. So where you are going to store this? Say this workbook or a new workbook, or new workbook means you are going to again generate a new workbook. Then you have to save that as a macro enabled workbook. Then you have to do the recording. Or this workbook, that means what we are already opening it. So this workbook or personal macro workbook. If I do it in this location, so the name list which I am doing now, it is available for all the Excel sheet. Whenever I open Excel sheet or macro enabled Excel sheet is available for that. Okay, that you have to take a call which one you want. So I'll just go with this workbook where I have already created. Description, optional. If you want, you can add the description. So this will provide list of name or names. Example, this will provide the list of names, and as soon as I click OK, your recording starts. So as of now, what is the status? You remember, it is about to record the macro. So this is what the status. As soon as I click, and even one more note, after click on OK, don't click here and other places. So every step will be recorded. As soon as I click OK, start doing recording. Start doing recording. So I'll just click on OK, and my cursor is already here because I've taken from here. Then I'm just using relative referencing. Relative referencing means freely recording the macro. So use relative referencing. See this option. It is turned to stop recording mode now. Earlier it was recording mode. Now when I click on OK, so this turned to stop recording. Now here I'm going to add the name. You can say Harish, Girish, Mahesh, right? Some names I have added. Then it's enough. I have completed my names. Then stop recording. And even you can delete this. Not like data validation. You don't require this data. So you can go back to macro. See that name is recorded. And when you click edit, it will go to this mode, this particular mode. So edit. So this is what I showed you. It was blank earlier. Now, so this is what recorded in a background. We have not typed anything. We are not VB expert, but macro is recorded. Programming is added now. See this name macro. This will provide what we have provided. Macro name names. That's what we provided, right? Names. What I'm talking about. This one names, right? This is the name provided for macro. So name. Names is a macro. So this will provide the list of names. So this is a description we provided. What is the keyboard shortcut? Control Shift N is the keyboard shortcut. So from where we have collected the data, so it is collected data like Harish, Girish, Mahesh. So these are the data we have collected from the Excel sheet. So these are the data is there in the macro programming. So you can delete, you can close that. Now macro, locate your cursor wherever you want, and this names, say run, list of names are generated. Or locate your cursor, what is the keyboard shortcut? Control Shift N, right? Control Shift N, any number of times, Control Shift N. So your name is going to generate freely. It is not data validated. This is macro recorded. So this is one of the example. So this is how you are going to record macro. Now again, once again, one more, okay? Record. This time I'll say color. I want to color something. COLOR. My macro name is color. You want keyboard shortcut? Say Control Shift C or Control Shift R. Color or R or similar name. Control Shift R. So you can provide this workbook description. You can leave it. So as soon as I click, so recording started. I'm using relative referencing and I'm going to fill the color. Home, I'm going to fill the color, or and maybe the border line is required. So go back to developer and say stop recording. See colors, run. Wherever your cursor, run. And even Control Shift R. That is what the keyboard shortcut is generated. Now, one more example. I'll show you one more sheet. I'll take one more sheet. Suppose you are doing some calculation. I'll just provide the color for this for your reference to show what I'm doing now. Now macro. So here, if I want to apply the programming for the macro or formula for macro, again developer, record. I'm going to record sum function. Sum is my function. So this you can leave. If at all required, you can have. Otherwise, you can leave it. Sum function I'm going to record. So click OK. Maybe you can have this related referencing, or you can leave this for formula. Now in formula bar is equal to sum of. Remember, don't provide any numerical value because numerical value will be predetermined. So is equal to sum of D1 to D10. I'm just providing cell address, sum of D1 to D10, bracket close, then enter, then stop recording. So as soon as we enter value, we will get a result here, right? That is what the macro. I don't want this now. I'll just delete it. So locate your cursor and say sum, run. Okay, locate your cursor, sum function, run. So sum of M7 to M16. So relatively M7 to M16. Relatively it is going to calculate wherever your cursor. Sum function, relatively. C5 to, because those many cells we have identified. So to and the back end, so it is going to highlight only those many cells. So sum function. This also recorded. Or you can also record something like form. Maybe I'll show you that form now. Record result sheet or result sheet, whatever it is. So result, so here I'm typing name Ramu. I'll just show you one or two. Okay, there are some name. Then this is subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, or subject 4. Then here is total, and here is sum is equal to sum of actually I have to do it another way, so I just made a mistake actually because sum should come here anyway. So I'll just subject 1 sum. I'll take it in this way also, there is no issue. So sum of G6 to G9 and enter, and the same formula you can drag it for remaining people. Okay, so stop recording. So as soon as you have a data, you will get a result. So this is what the form. Even you can apply color and all. Now you can see this form is ready or result is ready. Run. So immediately your form. So when I made a mistake there, after typing first name, I just clicked outside, so it has taken in a different way. Otherwise, it will come here only. So that was one mistake I did. Otherwise, the same frames are ready. Say this: subject 1 sum, subject 2 for all the students are sum. Everywhere that sum is created. And even you can check in macro result and edit. You can check. So Ramu Somo. Right. So the one step which I inserted outside, so it has taken in reverse order. So this is how we are able to record a macro, and even you are able to apply color or bordering, or one more thing I can tell you. Suppose you want to insert an image, that also you can have a record image or a signature. So image and shift I image, then insert picture, I'll just take one or two. Yeah, I'll take one image. So insert. So I'm able to insert one picture. This is where we sit and take the session in the studio. Okay, so one image you have inserted, and go back to developer and say stop recording. Now Control Shift I. So as soon as I hit Control Shift I, or you can go to macro and say image, say run. So we are going to get the image. See this. You don't have to struggle again. Go to insert, select the picture, then whichever picture you have, that select that, and just click on insert. So these are the steps we are avoiding. And if I say Control Shift I, say Control Shift I, continuously I am hitting now. So you can see how many images generated in maybe in fraction of second. So many images were generated based on keyboard shortcut. All right. So that's what macro supports here. Image. So like that you can record tables, you can record shapes, you can insert the normal in the table. So all the process steps. And remember, if you click one step outside here and there, so you may find the difficulties otherwise. Inserting picture, inserting shapes, or inserting any type of data, or formatting. If you want to format, so that can, so just now I showed you the color one. So I applied color. So that's what the formatting with color and the background BG color. So so like that. So we have the same thing. So like that. So we have you can just Google it, macro recording steps for various, if at all you required any steps to be printed steps, so you can take that printout and you can work on this. But how to record, how to provide name, whether you have to go with, you have to go with recording with normal option, recording with editing option, so this and all is available here. And even sometimes when they generate any form, because in addition I think we are not covering that. So form generation, here we have inserting form. So when we generate the connectivity, backend connectivity and other things, so again people are going to generate forms also. We can have a button, so as soon as I click on button, picture is going to insert. So as soon as I click on that particular button, some function or any other function which we are recording, that is going to fit into data. So that can be tagged using various form option. Anyway, this is not part of your course, so we are not going to touch this. So form is there. Inside the form, we can have the multiple option to insert data. So these are the forms we can have. So forms, then editing forms, properties are there. So what we can take. So usually it is okay. It's not going to consider now. So usually this ActiveX control. All right. So these are the form contents. I think it is not considered now because there are certain macro enable activity, so that we have to take care. Otherwise, it will not allow you to work in the file. And apart from that, I think you have one more topic, which is remove duplicate data, and remove duplicate is the option. So sometimes we have multiple columns. So in multiple columns, say here Jerry, and these are the entries are same, UK and Japan, these entries are their combinational data. So sometimes we have to remove the duplicate entries. So one thing is removing with condition formatting, one thing with filters, custom filters, that also we can do. Then otherwise we have this option, remove duplicate option. So remove duplicate option comes with column entries. So last name, sales, country and quarter is available. So how you are going to remove duplicates? So you are going to take all the columns into account, or you are going to take only 2 columns, so that you have to select. And this always activated my data as a header. So this is the header. So if you are not highlighting this, it will come with column A, B, C, D. So column A, B, C, D. So data is not going to carry these labels. So when you highlight this, so this turn to labels. So these are the original labels for this entire data. So to delete the duplicate value, select one or more column that contains duplicate. So here we have Jerry. See the entries. So 16,753 and Jerry 16,753 And just apart from that, I hope this is you are able to see this UK and Q3 or quarter 3. Here Japan and quarter 3. So if I do this combination, what happens? I'll show you. All the columns highlighted. Jerry is same. Here Jerry is same. Even here Jerry is same. But here the data is different. Data. So here till here data is correct. Here is not correct. This combination. So it goes with combination. Now when I click on this, no duplicate value found. You are seeing that Jerry's duplicate is available, but it says not available because it is going with the combination. Now, once again, remove duplicate. Now I'll go with last column and B column, which is sales. So last column and sales, I'm going to remove these two. Okay, remove these two. Now click OK. Now, one duplicate found. Jerry and that value I was talking about. Jerry and that value, it is removed. Remaining things are unique for this entire table. See, Jerry value is different, country is different, quarter 3. Jerry value is different, country is different, quarter 3. That is correct. Okay. So like that, we have only one duplicate. See now, this Jerry 753, this Jerry 753, but remaining is different combination. Not possible. Now again, remove duplicate. This time I'll just go with only one column, that is last name column. So this name. So how many Jerrys are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jerrys are there. Now click OK. Now that 5 Jerrys removed, only one kept. Then if I remove only 5, how come 9 is removed? I'll just show you one thing. So Jerry 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that, Williams are there. See Williams 2 times. Jones 2 times. William actually 3 times, not 4 times. See 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Jerry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So altogether, if I go with only one column, remove duplicate with one column. So everywhere duplicates are removed, only the unique values are kept. So this 11 duplicate values found and removed, 5 unique numbers are available on screen. So sometimes we have to go with the combination. So this time maybe I can go with the last name, just name, and I can go with the quarter. So let me see how many duplicates we can find. So this column and this column, A column and B column combination. So 3 duplicates based on the combination, name and quarter 3, name and quarter 3. So 3 duplicates removed, 13 will be the unique values. So this is how we are able to remove the duplicate. So combination, alternatively. So if you want data back, just do Control Z. So remove duplicate, any order. So sales and quarter, one duplicate combination. Otherwise, what we do usually, we highlight the data, then we can go with home, then go with filter, right? So filter, what we do is so A to Z. So A to Z means it goes with a combination. So A to Z, A, B, C, D, E, F combination. So we can easily identify Brown 2 times, Jerry 5 times, 5 times, Johnson. So aligned. And even we can check smallest to largest. So that combination also we can use, or we can also use quarter A to Z. So quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. That combination also we use. Or this is actually A to Z combination is ideal one. Now we can easily check Brown. So these two, even though names are different, the names are same, but values are different. Countries are same, but quarter is different. So this way also we can take a call. And this is very useful to compare whether the entries are same or not. So here, till here, both are same. Name same, value same, but country different, quarter same. So that combination you can try. And even here, one more example. These two combinations, see this. Data, remove duplicates. See name 1, name 2 combination. See no duplicate found. See this combination. So name, name, both are name actually. That goes with the combination. Or I'll just say 1. See 3 removed, 9 unique. Or again, again, because in this case what happens? So this both columns are same, so that's what the difficulty here. And in this case 3 duplicates removed. So again the combination removed. Even though both are same, but problem is column A and column B. Both are same name. Ramesh and Ramesh, Suresh and Suresh, that combination. This is also one of the example you can work with. So apart from that, I think I have completed all other things. I have taken a 10 session for this batch, guys. I think 20 hours. Okay, I'll just close this and I will share some files. So before I conclude this, yeah, definitely I'm going to share now. Don't worry. Yeah, this is session 7 recorded link. Just paste it now. So this is session 8. This is session 9. I hope this is what you asked, 7, 6, 7, 8, and 9. See, I just shared 7, 8, 9. Maybe you want 6 also. I'll just get you the 6. Yeah, this is session 6 recorded link. And I'm going to provide the resource and the files be online. Yeah, now resources. Session 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sessions. So there is a resource file, and I'll share one more link. There is a folder. Okay, so there are two folders. You can download the Excel file which I was discussing today. Session number 5, session folder number 5 and 6. Maybe I can upload the updated one. Just a minute. Just upload the updated file. Just 10 seconds, guys, because I'm updating my files, because whichever I was using today, so that I'm uploading. So then you can download. Maybe just maybe 10 seconds. Yeah, it's done actually. I have uploaded all the updated file, and I'll show you. Yeah, you can collect this from this link, the last link. So all 7 files I uploaded: Excel sheet, duplicate, macro, remove duplicate, consolidate. Remember, we have learned consolidate 2 options. One is least consolidate and one is calculated consolidate. So those files are available, and I'll just show you the screen where you can download that file. Yeah, this is what the file which I shared. So consolidate, normal consolidate, that which is with the formula, this file. The next one is data consolidate with a list. So multiple times that copy, multiple times T, multiple times I think Horlicks, I believe. So that was there. Then the Excel file, data validation, dynamic data validation. Then you have done that automobile one, car type, which is there here, and even application, how to install the application, that is also here. Then macro, Manipal, that file, and the remove duplicate, that is also there. Apart from that, there are certain files which repeatedly people wanted, so that I uploaded. We look up true or false method, which is available, or just we look up examples also for possible. And there is a PPT, pure report PPT is available. And I've shared one more folder, and in this there is one topic, the what if analysis. Somebody said that the analytical tools you required. So because this topic where what if analysis, it takes almost 1.5 hours for only one topic. So what we have done is we have created one PPT file. So in this PPT file, you have a step, okay, how to start, whether you, when you don't know the unknown value to get some result. So every step I have given in one Excel sheet, one PPT sheet. There are 60 sheet, I believe. So just follow the sheet, how the values are entered, where the values are entered. So just follow the steps. Still, if you have any doubt, you can send a mail, and definitely I'll come back to you on that, because I thought that for only one topic, I should not waste time, nearly 1.5 hours. So this is what the PPT file. Just download this. So that is also I shared. So I think apart from that, I think you don't require much. And please let me know we are able to download the file or not. So once that is done, maybe I can uh, log out from the session. Please let me know whether you are able to download those files. So from the Dropbox. And for my earlier session, that is from session 1 to session 5, I have already shared the detail, that is recorded link. Still, if anybody required, let me know, I'll just provide that. Session number 1, if you want, I can just provide that once again. This is session number 1, recorded link. And this is my session number 2. Okay, so session number 1 to 5 I shared, and remaining 6 to 9 also I shared above. And session number 10, which is the current session, so I will tell my admin to send it to your email ID. So he will send, because as of now I'm recording the session. Okay guys, thank you so much. You just copy that chat messages, so that once I log off, you don't get those messages. So better copy that. You just locate your cursor in the chat window and copy that, Control A and Control C. So you will get entire chat message recorded, and you can paste it in your Word document. So whenever you want, you will have all the links from session 1 to session 10, and all the resources link from session 1 to session 10, from keyboard shortcut and other things. Everything is available. Still, if you have any doubt, I think you can. I'll just share my email ID once again. This is what my email ID. You can just collect it from this email, this particular email ID. If you have anything later, you can discuss through this email ID. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.